Alright, so here I got a quick question about my little swim bladder beta. Now, before you start anything, start freaking out about him. This is how he always acts. He just loves to scare the utter living crap out of me whenever I look at him. I always find him in these weird, little weird states like this. I'll find him sometimes squeezing himself underneath there in a weird position, or I'll see him on the top resting on the side. And every time I see him, he just loves to scare the crap out of me. Well, with that said, he's still a very beautiful beta, but his tail fin is starting to get a little torn. And I think that's because he's constantly always trying to always trying to either nudge himself in between where he is right now, or he's always trying to get himself in between the filter system right here so he can actually stay down towards the bottom due to the fact that his swim bladder is unfortunately permanent. So my question is, how should I go for treating him with his torn tail fins, his torn back fin? I am way too afraid to do a water change in his tank, because every time I've done a water change in any of my other betas tanks, they ended up all dying, and I do not want to lose this beta right here. Even though he has swim bladder disease and is permanent, he's still a very beautiful beta with a heap ton of personality. I think you actually get a general idea about his tail situation right now. When I first had him, his tails were very, very beautiful. But unfortunately, like I said, he has swim bladder disease, and he's always constantly trying to get himself to either wedge his way into some ways where he can actually stay still, or whatnot. Because like at the very beginning, he was wedged here. He likes to wedge himself some way to so he can stay somewhere without having to float to the top constantly. I gave him this, but he doesn't use it. So basically, like I said, how should I go by treating this guy? I mean, I do not want to change the water in his tank because I'm too afraid that I'm going to accidentally kill him. I do not want to kill my beta right here. And like I said, if you go back in my videos on YouTube, you can see me going through a mess with the 10-gallon right there, and me losing all but one beta. And I don't want to go through the same thing on this tank here and lose him. Granted, I've let this tank sit for about a week, for well over a month now, and he's still here with me. The only thing I've done was do an occasional water top off and replace the filter system. Replace the filter cartridge. Like I said, he's got personality. Granted, he's a weird beta, but he's got personality. But like I said, how should I go by treating him with swim bladder? I mean, not swim bladder, but treating him for his torn fins. I do plan on eventually giving him a 2.5 gallon tank, but that's going to be around after Christmas, unfortunately. But right now he's in a 1 gallon tank. I've been feeding him Daphnia and a bunch of actual good food, so I am giving him a healthy diet. But I just want to how should I go by helping him with his tattered fins. And like I said, he's a weird beta. Don't be freaking out about him. He always acts like this. He's my weird little beta.